All right. Good evening, everybody. It is time. It is time for Breakers Club number 3, night number 5, I do believe, if my counting is correct. And for tonight, we have our usual bonus packs. It's really a bonus box that we split up over the course of a bunch of breaks. So we've got 6 more packs of 1992 O-Pee-Chee Premier. So we'll start with those. And then our box for the evening is just going to be a single box tonight because this is the last one I have in hand, actually, for Breakers Club. And that will be a box of Dunner Studio 2003. This was a repeat box. We opened a box of this last Breakers Club, and multiple people requested that I track down another box of it because our last one, I think, had like 7 hits or something crazy. So we'll see what happens tonight. Adam, it's good to see you. Glad some people are able to find their way in. And since we only have one box, I thought that it would also be fun to give you a bit of a sneak peek at Breakers Club number 4. I'll be doing signups for that before too long, and I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end of the break and perhaps throughout the break as well. But before we get to the new box or the big box of Dunner Studio, we got to get through our packs of 1992 O-Pee-Chee Premier. And as usual, well, I would expect, I should say, that we'll get some duplicates because we've seen quite a few in the box already. But hopefully, if we haven't pulled a player you're looking for, hopefully we will tonight. So we begin with Bernie Williams for the Yankees, Chris James, Giants, Tino as a Mariner, Eddie Tauncy as an Astro, Kirby Puckett, Twin, Lifer, Scott Livingston, Tigers, Eric Karros, Dodgers, and Kyle Abbott, Phillies. That was a pretty good pack, actually. Quite a few good players. Next up is Roberto Alomar for the Blue Jays, Ron Gant, Braves, Darren Lewis, Giants, Jose Melendez, Padres. I don't know anything about him. He went 8-5 though in 91, so that's pretty good with a 3.27 ERA. Junior Noboa, Mets, Don Mattingly, Yankees, Mike Bordick, nice action shot there for the Athletics, and the Dodgers get Oral Hershiser. Ben says that the stream dies. Adam and Jordan say it's getting it. I mean, it's showing it's working on my end. Ben, try just refreshing the browser. I think it's up and running. Okay, wireless issue. Yeah, hopefully that will work for you. We've got for the Tigers, especially since I'm pulling Tigers right now, Denny Gladden, Bernie Williams, Yankees, Scott Livingston, another Tiger, Rick Cerrone, Expos, Jose Melendez, Padres, Brett Main, Royals, Darren Fletcher, Expos, and local boy for me, Mike Mussina, Orioles. All right, Ben's with us. Good deal, Ben. Sometimes YouTube just acts a little silly. And sometimes it's on my end, but I've upgraded all my equipment, so I'm hoping, knock on wood, hopefully things will go smoothly for me. Royce Clayton, Giants, Tom Candiotti, Dodgers, Wally Joyner, Royals, Pudge Rodriguez for Rangers, Chuck Finley, Angels, Jack Morris, Blue Jays, Kirby Puckett again, and Ryan Bowen for the Astros. Yeah, I switched my internet at home now is I use what are they called? Eros, like for a mesh system, and that actually seems to work really well. I've got one sitting in my basement. That's where my quote unquote man cave is, where I do all my group breaks and keep my cards and stuff. And our main router is on the first floor, and then I have one in my office on the second floor where I do a lot of my schoolwork. Teaching lessons and that kind of stuff. So I recommend it. Yeah, Adam says Pudge wouldn't be a Breakers Club without him. Adam, I think you're right. Fred McGriff for the Padres. And Fred McGriff is a Padre. I don't even remember. Do I remember that? I don't think I do. Andre Dawson, Cubs. Sean Dunston, Cubs. Mike Mussina again. Brian McRae, Royals. Brett Saberhagen, Mets. There's a BIP sighting for the Reds. And Doug Jones, Astros. And one more O-Pee-Chee pack tonight. and then we'll get to the Dunner Studio, and we will talk about Breakers Club 4. Dickie Thong, Rangers. There's a nice Frank Thomas. I don't think we pulled that card yet in this box. I don't think. Bob Scanlon, Cubs. Bobby Bonilla, Mets. Charlie Hayes, Yankees. Andres Galarraga, Cardinals. Dave Gallagher, Mets. And Kevin Morton for the Red Sox. So there you have it. There's 6 more packs out of the Peachy box. Again, these were essentially the bonus packs, bonus box. We'll get the whole box before Breakers Club 3 is done. Before we get to Dunner Studio 2003, this is probably a good time to throw in a reminder that everyone in this current Breakers Club gets entries, 6 of them actually, per team, into the 2020 Triple Threads free break that I will be doing soon-ish. I will also, speaking of Breakers Club number 4, the next one, that will also, any teams claimed in that will also go towards this break. And I may do 1 or 2 non-Breakers Club breaks, which will count to this. And then hopefully at that point, I'll have this box paid for. But we'll see. So that's coming up in the not so very distant future if all goes well. And now we're ready to get into our Dunner Studio box. And before we do, Adam reminds us all that Bobby Bonilla Day is coming up soon, which would be, I guess, the day when the Mets send him a paycheck for not playing for them. I can't help but wonder if the Lindor contract is going to end up like the Bonilla contract for the Mets, but we'll see. All right, so Dunner Studio, lots of packs, 20 of them in this. And then, like I said, the last time, it doesn't say how many hits you're going to get, but I think we ended up with like 7 last time. And so this was a by request repeat box. So there's your empty box. And let me just put that aside for now. You do get a checklist. By the way, if anyone ever wants these checklists, I guess first come, first serve if you let me know. I don't want people fighting over them, but I usually either use them as packing supplies or trash them. I'm not a checklist collector, especially for sets that I'm not building, and I don't think I'll build this one. So if anyone ever, for some reason, wants one of those checklists from the many boxes that we open, just let me know. Of course, they are usually weird sized, so that could affect shipping, I guess, if you have a small stack, but we can make it work. So otherwise, they'll either be packing supplies or trashed / recycled. All right, so we've got, like I said, a whole bunch of packs. We've got, what did I just say, 20 of them total. So good luck, everyone, on this. I do like the Dunner Studio set. The sort of team-specific green screen backgrounds really work well for me. Kind of capture the spirit of the city or the look of the city where the various teams play. So, for example, the Expos, there's a nice shot of Olympic Stadium, I guess. I think that's right. That's how the roof was held up. Then we've got Jeffrey Hammonds for the Brewers. And escaping behind him was Jim Thome. We're going to get a bunch of those dummy cards and a bunch of those. Vernon Wells, Toronto. We have a Spear of the Game, Adam Dunn. That is numbered on the back. It's a red, but I'll show you anyway. 992 out of 1250. And our last card for this pack is Brandon Claussen of the Yankees. For Breakers Club 4, as a bit of a hint to entice those that are interested to stick around, I'm going to share what 6 of the boxes will be. There will be more, but I'm going to share 6 tonight. All right, here we go. Larry Walker, beautiful sky in the background of this, the Rockies. Try to get that to focus a little bit better if I can. Come on. That's as good as it wants to focus right now. J.D. Drew, Cardinals. Mike Lowell, Marlins. Kind of a sad stadium background there for the Marlins. We've got another dummy, another ad. Jay Gibbons, Orioles. Lou Ford, Twins. And David Eckstein, Angels. Nothing crazy quite yet out of this box. Again, box doesn't promise how many hits, so I don't know whether 7 was an aberration or what, but we'll find out. All right, we have one of the dual player cards. There's a few of these in the set, I do believe. This is both Astros, luckily, so I'm doing a randomization. Berkman and Kent. We've got Clint Barnes for the Rockies. I think we have our first hit in here. Oh, on top of that hit is Barry Larkin. And let me shuffle the hit to the back there. Cliff Lee, very nice young Cliff Lee, Indians. Oh, we've got a Todd Helton Studio Stars. You can see these are clear right behind there. Printed on acetate, kind of look like credit cards, which is a throwback to the old studio from the early 90s. I do believe that's what they were going for there. So that's going to the Rockies, Todd Helton. Pretty nice. We have a Derek Jeter for the Yankees. And our relic is numbered, I believe. Yep, it's a relic. I can feel it on the backside. 151 out of 300. And it is an Astro. We've got Jeff Bagwell, numbered out of 300. 151 out of 300. Jeff Bagwell for Houston. Boy, I hated him. He just crushed the Reds, it felt like. Not as much as Berkman. I feel like Berkman was the real killer of the Reds. I don't know if the stats back that up, but that's what's in my memory. Speaking of the Astros, Roy Oswalt, he also murdered the Reds. They couldn't do anything to him. Juan Encarnacion, Marlins. Scott Rowland, Cardinals. Omar Vizquel, Indians. We've got a Spirit of the Game, Albert Pujols for the Cardinals, numbered 1175 out of 1250. The light to hit that just right so you can read it. And Carlos Lee. Yeah, I agree. The studio credit cards were kind of neat. I have a few of the Larkins from that. The early 90s. All right, we've got a Musina and a Matsui. Yankees double card. Kevin Millwood for the Phillies. Hideo Nomo for the Dodgers. Another dummy and ad. Kazuhiro Sasaki, Mariners. Oh, we've got another Mariner. Ichiro. Studio Stars. It's a pretty sweet Ichiro. Camera has trouble focusing on the clear card, I guess, a little bit, but there you go. And Manny Ramirez rounds out that pack. Let's see what's next. This pack didn't want to open cleanly. And we're getting there. There we go. All right. Ray Durham for the Giants. Austin Kearns, Reds. Jimmy Rollins, Phillies. Eric Chavez, Athletics. Juan Gonzalez, Rangers. And Kurt Schilling, Diamondbacks. Would you believe that the sorted cards let me rephrase that. But of the cards that I've sorted so far for Breakers Club number 3, I sorted my team, obviously. It's, well, the Yankees and the Dodgers, I think, have the most cards, which isn't really a surprise, and the pricing kind of reflects that typically. But the third highest team stack right now is actually the Diamondbacks. So that's that was interesting to me. And the Diamondbacks were claimed by Jordan. So Jordan, you're Diamondbacks, and you have the Yankees. So you've got 2 of the top 3 piles right now in terms of just raw size. Of course, that will change when I add in the O-Pee-Chee cards because the Diamondbacks weren't around then. But for now, let's see. David, good to see you. any Phillies. We pulled some Phillies. I'm sure we pulled some Phillies in the O-Pee-Chee packs, but none of the inserts are hits so far. We only missed one hit so far. We had a Jeff Bagwell for the Astros. All right, next pack. Here we go. Chipper Jones for the Braves. Jim Edmonds, Cardinals. Paulo Duca, Dodgers. We've got a Robin Yount for the Brewers, an enshrinement card, and this is 392 out of 750. The Brewers getting on the board. Now, the Brewers were claimed this time by Ben Soman. So there you go, Ben. Troy Glaus, Angels, and Johnny Peralta, Indians. Next pack, Adam LaRoche, Braves. Craig Biggio, Astros. I like the train in the background for the Astros there. We've got a Studio Masterpiece, or sorry, Master Strokes, Jason Giambi. And I believe we also have a hit there, so let me try to hide that slightly. This is, Giambi is numbered 642 out of 1,000. There you go, Jordan. Pedro Martinez, Red Sox. Brad Radke, Twins. Aubrey Huff, Rays. And our hit is numbered 28 out of 400. And it belongs to the Mets, Mike Piazza. We have pulled a lot of Mike Piazza hits, I feel like, and inserts this time. So for the Mets, let's see, that's Brett Allen again. Brett Allen, 28 out of 400. Very nice Mike Piazza. Leather and lumber, that's a gorgeous looking relic design, I think. The bat and glove in the background. Authentic game used bat, it says. I like that one. That's a pretty relic. I don't know, Jordan. I'm getting on. Well, we're on a Piazza hot streak. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm sure that Brett's not going to complain. Tom Glavine, Mets. Brad Wilkerson, Expos. We've got a Big League Challenge, Barry Bonds, numbered out of 400, 329 out of 400. Barry Bonds. And John Olerud for the Mariners. Upside down, Derek Lowe for the Red Sox. And David Eckstein for the Angels. Sometimes players just seem to come in clumps, and right now we're in the middle of a Mike Piazza renaissance. I don't know what else to say. Odalis Perez, Dodgers. Phil Nevin, Padres. We have a Studio Proof. Well, here you go, Jordan. Studio Proof, Nick Johnson. That's going to be numbered, yes, out of 100. 46 out of 100. I think you can pick that up in the light. There we go. 46 out of 100. Or the Yankees. Studio Proof. They're pretty hard to come by, those cards, I believe. Victor Martinez, Indians. Bartolo Colon, the legend for the White Sox. And Junior Spivey for the already mentioned Diamondback stack. All right. Next chunk of cards. Sometimes the group break gods smile on you when you complain, Jordan. We got some nice Yankees there. Benito Santiago, Giants. Michael Barrett, Expos. Kerry Wood, Cubs. Torrey Hunter, Twins. Mark Mulder, Athletics. And another Yankee, Jorge Posada. Yeah, Colon, he had a very amusing home run, if my memory serves. Maybe even more than one, but I remember one towards the end of his career. Jason Kendall, Pirates. Mo Vaughn, Mets. And on the back of Mo is Matt Morris, Cardinals. Another Yankee, Alfonso Soriano. Mark Grace, Diamondbacks. And Brian Tallett. The name I actually remembered once I saw it. I don't know why I remember it. I do like this set a lot, though. I enjoy the pose backgrounds. I wouldn't want every set this way, but I like this one. All right, Moises Alou, Cubs. Javier Vasquez, Expos. Michael Hessman. That's not a name I recognize for the Braves. Adam Morrissey, Athletics. Carlos Pena, Tigers. Like the Tiger statues in the background. I'm actually going to be going to a game in Detroit next week, so probably maybe try to take some photos and maybe post them to the blog. And Joe Kennedy, Rays. Taking my bunch of my dad's brothers going along, and my one brother on my dad's is a lifelong Tigers fan, and he's never been to Detroit, so it'll be a fun trip for him, I hope. Damian Moss, Giants. Brian Giles, Pirates. PNC Park is gorgeous. If you've never been, put it on your list. The team's terrible, but the park is beautiful. Termal Sledge, Expos. Ricky Henderson, looking very old, but I do like the Fenway background there. Doug Mickavich, Twins, and Carlos Beltran, Royals. We've got Kevin Brown, Dodgers. Aramis Ramirez, Pirates. Mike Lieberthal, Phillies. That looks like another hit, so let's throw that to the back. Before we get there, we've got a Nolan Ryan enshrinement, inducted in 1999 for the Rangers. That's numbered, I believe. Yes, it is. 23 out of 750. Get a serially numbered Nolan Ryan card. It's a pretty good day. That's going to Texas. Ben, that's all yours. Very nice. Another Ranger, Chan-Ho Park. Looking pretty goofy. Mike Sweeney. Yeah, Jordan says PNC Park is his #1 park. I think I agree with you, Jordan. Of the parks I've been to, I'd have to put PNC is #1 as well. It's everything about it's great, except the team. Mike Lieberthal, Phillies, and our relic is Albert Pujols. Albert Pujols, kind of a dusty relic. I don't know if my camera will pick that up, but there's like some dirt or something over there. Pujols in 2003 was an Angel, I think. I don't know. I don't remember when he got traded. I'll have to look and see what team, because they don't, on the Big League Challenge, they don't put the professional team, but the online checklist I think has it. So I'll double check that. It's either a Cardinal or an Angel. Yeah, David says Citizens Bank is nice. I like Citizens Bank, but I don't like the location. A few times I've been there, I feel like parking and getting in and out was such a bear. It's probably okay if you know what you're doing, but a few times I've been there, it's annoying. Lance Berkman, Astros. Adam Dunn, Reds. Josh Fogg, Pirates. Nuke Logan. Don't remember that name, for the Tigers. Jared Washburn, Angels. And Brett Boone, Mariners. Got a few packs remaining. We've got, for the White Sox, Carlos Lee and Frank Thomas. Mike Hampton for the Braves. Doesn't want to split from the card behind. Mike Lowell, Marlins. Vinny Chalk. Don't know. Blue Jays. Another Studio Stars, Roberto Alomar for the Mets. And Michael Tucker. I love this card. That's just a great. That doesn't get enough love on the baseball card blogs. That one deserves more. Yeah, PNC Park is definitely should be on everybody's list. I personally want to see Colorado's park. I've never been to Colorado, even though I just feel like I should go see Fenway. I've never been to Fenway. Troy Glaus and Tim Salmon for the Angels. Richie Sexson, Brewers. Al Leiter, Mets. Steve Sparks for the Tigers. Another Studio Stars. Juan Gonzalez, Rangers. And Ichiro for Seattle. Yeah, that Tucker card is great, isn't it? Yeah, I really want to go to Coors, Adam. I've actually never been to Colorado. I've been all around the United States. When I say around, I mean literally. We did a coast-to-coast trip. So we drove up from, well, I live in Pennsylvania, so we drove out down to Houston and then across the south to California and then up Route 1 up to Seattle. And then we hit Yellowstone on the way home, but we missed Colorado along with some of the other interior states. So it's on my list someday. Sean Green, Dodgers. Ryan Klesko, Padres. Well, we're not going to get 7 hits out of this box unless that last pack is nothing but hits. Vincent Padilla, Phillies. Rafael Palmeiro, Rangers. Josh Stewart, White Sox. And Travis Chapman, Tigers. We do have 1 pack left, though, so let's see what happens. Final pack of this box. Can't tell if that's a hit or a dummy card. Not sure. I think it's a dummy card. Barry Bonds, Giants. J.D. Drew, Cardinals. Vlad Guerrero, Expos. Yep, dummy card. Roger Clemens, Yankees. Edgar Martinez, Mariners. And our final card is Frank Thomas of the White Sox. So there you have it. That's our box. We ended up with 3 hits this time, although I can't really complain about the star power. Pujols, Piazza, and Bagwell. 2 of the 3 were numbered, plus our inserts, most of which were numbered. We had Juan Gonzalez, Roberto Alomar, Nolan Ryan, studio proof of Nick Johnson, Barry Bonds, Jason Giambi, Robin Yount, Ichiro, Albert Pujols as a Cardinal. So that's telling me that the other card is probably also a Cardinal. I forgot we pulled this one. Todd Helton and Adam Dunn. So that's that'll do it for tonight. I'll get the insert sleeved. And speaking of sleeved, my local Walmart, I was doing, that's unfortunately also my grocery store, but they had today this 1,000 card sleeves, and I was all but out, and I was super excited to find these. So now I've got sleeves again. So I'll be able to keep sleeving the inserts for everybody. I try to do that, at least most of the inserts, and of course the hits and all that kind of stuff. So that will do it for the break tonight. Let me get some of these cards out of the way so they don't get damaged, and I will eventually get a box recap up on the blog so you can see some scans. And I don't know, I think I figured out what was happening with this break pretty well, but times where maybe I don't know what a card is or something, and I try to do a little research when I have more time instead of trying to do it live while we're doing our video breaks. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about Breakers Club moving forward. First of all, for Breakers Club number 3, there will be no Breakers Club next week. I am waiting on our remaining boxes for Breakers Club 3. They are tied up in the Big League order, and Big League was supposed to be released in May. That's what the site said. David Adams is where I actually ordered those from. And it was supposed to be released in May, and then it got delayed, and now I can't even find a date for it. But I have the other boxes that I bought are tied up with the Big League. They won't ship until Big League ships. So I actually am out of boxes at this point in hand for Breakers Club 3. So I think that Big League might be released towards the end of the month. I'm not sure yet. But for now, I don't have anything to break for Breakers Club. So next week, there will be no break on Tuesday, which is fine because I'll actually be driving to Detroit. So I wouldn't be able to do a break anyways, because like I said, I'm going to a Tigers game. They're playing the Cardinals, and sorry, Carrie, but I will be rooting very heavily for Detroit. So that's just a quick announcement for next week. Hopefully I'll have some stuff the week after. If not, I'll probably just maybe set up a regular break. That being said, it is also time to start talking and thinking ahead to Breakers Club 4. I've had a number of people express interest again, so I do plan to do a similar thing. I'm going to try to price teams competitively so that I can hopefully sell all of them next time around, because that'll be good for all of us. We've got a whole bunch of great boxes this time around, many of which are in hand, but let's start with the ones that are not in hand. I just placed an order for Topps Series 2, so we'll be busting a hobby box of Series 2. So those of you that are collecting the new stuff, Breakers Club 4 will have Series 2. I also, same order, ordered a box of 2021 Stadium Club. So we're going to have a box of Series 2 and a box of Stadium Club from this year. And furthermore, let's do something that most of us probably aren't breaking ourselves. And this one's in hand, so I can show it. We will also be busting a box of 2021 Topps Inception. There's some really cool stuff possible in this set. And kind of a higher end set, something that I don't usually bust for myself. Actually, I never would bust something like this for myself, but that's the fun of Breakers Club. So that one's in hand, so I can show that off. And then I'm also going to be doing a nice mix of older boxes. Now, for tonight, I'm only going to show you 3 of the older boxes. I can tell you, however, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 5 more sitting behind me right now in hand. As I sell spots like usual, I will keep adding on boxes. So you can rest assured there's lots more where this came from. But I had requests for some Stadium Club a while ago and was able to find a box of 94 Stadium Club. This is actually Series 2. But I really like the 94 set. I'll be honest, at first I didn't like it, but it's really grown on me. So there's the design of the cards there if you aren't familiar with this set. But there's possibility for some first day issue cards and dugout dirt, as well as 94 Bowman preview cards. So there's a bunch of cool possibilities there, and it's fun to open something like that. If you're a fan of like, well, 94, that's kind of old. I prefer a bit more modern. Let's go forward almost 10 years. How about 8 years? I'll do the math for you. I've got a box of Topps 10. Now, this is a ridiculous set. Basically celebrates a bunch of different statistical categories and, the 10 best players at them. There are possibilities of relics and autograph cards. I don't know if they promise one in a box. I don't remember, but I know that they're in here somewhere. I don't see any odds quickly. I'll try to look into that before I post the sign up, but Topps 10. I don't know if I've ever busted a box of that. And then the next one that I want to show off today is one that I'm maybe the most excited about. Well, I'm excited about the Inception because I never get to open stuff like that. Put this back there. But I know many of you love Pacific, and I found a set that I think is gorgeous and that I have never opened. At least I don't think so. I don't think I've ever opened a single pack of. And that is, I do own the Larkin from this from trading though, but 2000 Pacific Vanguard. It's possible to pull a relic card. They're very rare in this. They're 1 in 5 boxes, not 1 in 5 packs, 1 in 5 boxes. So relics are possible, but This set is I think gorgeous, and it's kind of what makes a lot of people love sort of the end of the run Pacific. And I was just excited to show it off. There's all kinds of cool stuff in here. There are parallels, there are inserts, there are all kinds of neat things. Some somewhat common and a lot super rare. A lot of serial numbered possibilities, and this is a hobby box, so that should be pretty sweet, hopefully, for everybody. And like I said, I'm super excited about that one, because I don't think that I've ever opened even a pack of Vanguard. So those are the 6 boxes, 4 in hand, plus the Topps 2021 Series 2 and 2021 Stadium Club that I can announce now. I will have more as spots are claimed. And of course, like I said, each spot bought will get you probably 6 more entries into the Triple Threads free player giveaway. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I can sell all the slots. And at that point, also maybe after Breakers Club 4, run the Triple Thread giveaway and then start our signups for whatever the next free giveaway will be. And I don't know what that'll be, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So that is basically what I wanted to say for tonight. Like I said, I'll just remind you one last time, there will be no Breakers Club next week. Hopefully the week after I'll have my order in. I'm still not clear when Big League is being released. Signups for Breakers Club 4 will probably happen maybe in 2 weeks. I'll start it. I'm going to give it a little extra time. I think I was just a little bit too fast in pulling the trigger and saying, okay, signups are over, because I ended up with 6 unclaimed teams, which definitely hurt the possibilities of getting more boxes, although we still ended up getting quite a few boxes this time. But I really like to pack them in. So I'm hoping the group has grown. The Facebook group has grown a bit. Hopefully I can sell off all the teams, and that's good for everybody because more teams sold equals more boxes in the break. If you have people that are into card collecting and they're not in the group, I would not just invite you, but ask you to invite them. Like I said, especially if it's someone, that collects, like, let's say the Orioles, Cubs, White Sox, Astros, Athletics, or Blue Jays, because those 6 teams were the unclaimed ones this time around, which tells me we don't have enough collectors of those teams in the break. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Adam says that the back of the box said Pacific TC at AOL.com, which I don't even know how you spotted that so quickly. You're right, there it is. There's the email. Look at that long email address. That would never fly anymore. Times were different in 2000. It still doesn't feel like it was that long ago, but yeah, it was. It was. So that'll do it for tonight. Thanks, everybody, for watching, for hanging out, and I will probably see you guys in 2 weeks. I'll try to remember to post an update on the Facebook page just to remind people, but have a lovely couple of weeks. Get excited for Breaker Club 4. Get your friends in here. Let's fill the whole thing up this time. Have a good evening and good night.